Okay, final recap of the year. This is our championship recap, and congratulations go to Fear the Wax, the 2020 Dad's Kids FFL Fantasy Football Champion. Fear the Wax beat Rolling with Mahomes in the final, 91 to 83. Gunning for You takes third place by beating Mask Aversion 77 to 68. A couple things about the championship game. First of all, it was a really good game. I mean, really close. I know I talked to Fear the Wax to wish his team good luck just before the Sunday night game that was going to decide things, and he was pretty morose at that time. I mean, he sounded like he'd been crying all day, to be honest. Um, Fear the Wax at that point was behind by 33 points after they had a nice initial surge. Their team kind of crapped out a little bit. They were behind 83 to 50 going into the Monday night game with two guys left, Davante Adams and Derrick Henry, his two super studs who've just been awesome all year. It was a snowy night in Green Bay, which you would have thought might favor Derrick Henry since they'd pound the ball, but it was Davante Adams. I mean, he had 34 on his own, and a couple early touchdowns made Fear the Wax feel a little better, made Rolling with Mahomes a little upset, and eventually he got the job done. If you check the Maryland Judicial Case Search, you will see a recent filing by, it says J. Michael Wax, and it's a petition to change name that he has filed to change his name to D. Michael Wax, Devontae Michael Wax, instead of Jeffrey Michael Wax. Not saying for sure it's the same guy, but it's quite a coincidence. So as far as Fear the Wax is concerned, I will tell you that over the 6 years since his championship, he won in 2013, and in the 6 years since then, he had been in the top three 4 times. So this is the 5th time in 7 years that his team had been in the top three. He had not won another championship since the one in 2013, but in the 6 years prior to this year, he had 3 second place finishes and 1 third place finish, and had come in second the 2 years prior to this year. So in 7 years now, that's a championship, 3 seconds, and a third. Pretty impressive, as much as we all hate to admit it. That's been quite a record he's put together. So very deserving champion. Some would say it's overdue, but I think everyone in the league needs to gang up on him next year and make sure this run stops. As far as Rolling with Mahomes go, she had a great year. This is her second year in 3 that she was in the final. I know I mentioned this, but she played against Fear the Wax a couple years ago in the championship game also. Great year for her, and a good solid second place finish. And then in the third place game, as I said, it was Gunning for You beating Mask Aversion. Not a whole lot to speak about in this game. Tom Brady was really good for Gunning for You. Probably the most noteworthy thing that I noticed in the game is that Mask Aversion sat Zeke for this game. He had not been all that great this year, but he sat Zeke in favor of Le'Veon Bell and J.K. Dobbins. Who would have thought coming into the last week of the season that would even be a possibility? And it turned out that move hurt him because Zeke went for 13 and Dobbins, I think, went for 3. So that switch alone, or maybe it was Le'Veon Bell who went for 3, that switch alone would have given Mask Aversion the win. But, great year for both teams. Gunning for You finishes third, Mask Aversion fourth. So I will get the payouts, list of the payouts out in an email very soon. And if I haven't spent all the money by then, I'll get the cash out to everybody. And thanks again for a great season. It was a lot of fun. For those of you who are in the playoff pool, I will send, I think I'll have to send an invite out again because it's not an ESPN sponsored league. So I'll send the emails out the invites out for that soon. And Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks again for playing.